Hello, everyone. It is episode 127 of Viva Physical Media.
This is gonna be a good one.
I'm Emily.
I'm Matt. Nice to see you.
Nice to see you. We've had some scheduling snafus. I've been getting over being sick, so if my voice sounds weird, that's why.
I also got sick.
He also got sick because he likes to copy everything I fucking do.
I got sick first. How do you know?
Okay. Well, I'm younger, so it's fine. But we're here. We're back. We're ready to talk about movies.
There's some big news we have to talk about.
Oh.
First of all, the Seahawks won the Super Bowl.
Oh, I haven't even looked at your hat. Where'd you get that?
My wife bought me this hat before the game, so it worked out.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Nice work on her.
It doesn't. You notice it doesn't say that we won. It's just that we went
there. The game I did watch, and I thought it was kind of boring.
Yes.
But it's only probably because the night before I watched Any Given Sunday and The Waterboy back to back, so I was ready for some real excitement.
I was okay with not a nail biter for a relaxing Sunday evening, and we won, so that was fine. So
yeah, Bad Bunny's halftime show was great.
That was great.
So overall, good time. Had some snacks, had some beers.
Seattle reigns above them all.
There's more important news.
More important than that,
We bought the building.
you've probably heard. If you haven't heard,
The news was announced like 3 days after we shot the last batch of episodes. Otherwise, we would have told you last time.
We weren't sure how much we could reveal then, but the building is ours now to do whatever we want with it. And our plan is to
We're gonna knock it over.
here.
Start fresh.
We're gonna start fresh. We're gonna try something else out. No, we're gonna keep everything here, and we're gonna keep renting you guys movies and selling you guys movies and being a haven for physical media as long as you guys keep coming in our doors. So while we have bought the building,
We still need your assistance.
Yeah, we still need help from you to keep us going and show the world that this is a world that really needs Scarecrow video and a world that needs video rental stores.
Rent some movies, get a membership, buy some merch,
Got a lot of cool merch.
all that stuff.
Yeah, so come on in and check out this building that we now own. Yes.
Technically again, but now for sure.
Yeah, but now in this new age.
Yeah.
So what else? We got some new sections up. We got queer love stories over here. It's Valentine's Day in a couple of days. This will come out after that, but we hope you had a great one. We have some other special sections up on the end caps.
It's called Mind Hunter. And
Yes.
It is by a guy named Hunter, and it's about movies that come out of his mind. Or like he thinks like reflect his personality.
Okay.
What's up, everyone? My name is Jazz. I work here at Scarecrow, and I also curated our Essential Black Cinema shelf for Black History Month. There's over 100 films from over like the last 100 years of cinema. And when putting it together, I was thinking a lot about films that I know are important to the community, films that like I feel like shaped me, and movies I just want to force people to watch this month. And there's a wide breadth of films. So we have big budget, we have indie, we have classic, we have underseen gems. And we also have filmmakers from Africa and other parts of the African diaspora, because I think they're absolutely included in Black History Month. So this shelf isn't necessarily meant to be comprehensive, right? What's important to me might not be important to the next person, but it's just kind of like a jumping off point for people that are new to Black cinema, people who have some familiarity with it, and people that are like deep within it. So yeah, and I think that's what makes Scarecrow so great, is that we have all of these titles and more for you to kind of make your own collection of Black films that are important to you.
Just to let you guys know, if you want to curate a section, I believe we have the
You can for a donation you can do that. There are different tiers depending. You get a size of section increases with money.
Yeah. So if you have any special,
Look, it's Thursday night. I'm tired.
if you have any ideas, like, you know how you go on Letterboxd, you make like really weird lists of stuff, and you want to curate your own section at Scarecrow, or you're like, oh man, you guys have such weird sections, why don't you have a section for this? You can totally do that. Just donate money to us, and we will make that a reality, because we own the building and we can do whatever we want.
Whatever we want.
After all, we can do whatever we want now.
What's that bell mean?
I don't know.
I don't think we're being called to dinner. That's for sure.
Let's go to dinner.
I think we're being called for a Raunch versus
Rom.
We are here to do a Raunch versus Rom.
It's time for another battle, another set of contenders.
Another battle.
Oof.
Yeah, it's been rough.
These weren't great.
It's always rough for me, mostly.
You have a better time than I have.
Because I don't know. I know what to expect, but I don't know what any of these movies are, and I've never heard of any of them.
The one I'm gonna do, I had like, I wouldn't say I had high expectations, but I had kind of a reasonable expectation that it would be kind of cute.
Yeah.
And it didn't work out.
I had low expectations, and those low expectations were met.
They were exceeded. Or wait, can you exceed low expectations? That doesn't mean worse. That means better.
Yeah, they were
mean.
met. I mean, this is the job. Let's start.
Well, wait, we got to announce the winners from last time.
Oh, shit.
Did you tabulate the winners?
I didn't tabulate yet. Hold on.
A few moments later.
So I've tabulated the results from last time. And last time, our contenders, my Raunch was the night before.
Right.
And your ROM was...
Get Over It.
Get Over It. And Get Over It swept.
Wow.
With 9 votes.
Jeez.
Someone even said that they owned Night Before on DVD and they still voted for yours.
A sad state of affairs altogether.
Which is fine, but I mean, both of those are not real winners.
I'm going to take the dub, but I don't feel good about it.
Take the dub. Take the dub. We'll see what happens during this competition.
I mean,
what do you have? Who's in your corner?
My corner is 1983's aptly titled, I guess, romantic comedy. Starring Dudley Moore and Mary Steenburgen.
You're not reaching far for these.
I had another one lined up, and then I saw.
Comedy.
No, I had another one lined up, and then I saw that one, and I was like, I kind of got to go with this one.
I do like the cover.
Yeah.
It's very cheery. All right.
What do you got?
And then what I have over in my corner is 1985's Ocean Drive Weekend, directed by Brian Jones.
David Bowie himself.
And it has a naked lady and a guy in a tie pulling on her bikini. So this is how it works. If you've never watched a Raunch versus ROM before, if you've never participated, you've never been on the jury, we have 2 minutes each. And in those 2 minutes, we talk about our Raunch or our ROM, and we kind of just give you the rundown and hopefully sway you one way or the other, whether you want to vote for Raunch versus ROM. And you put it in the comments down below, and then we tabulate them. So... Rich, may I have 2 minutes on the clock?
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, this movie is called Ocean Drive Weekend from 1985, directed by Brian Jones. This was his only credit. He wrote this, he produced this, he directed this, so you know it's probably great. This takes place in the 1960s, and it's summer vacation, and 3 different groups of friends from like 2 different universities in the South are all headed to the ocean. They're driving to the ocean for a weekend. They're going to Ocean Drive, and they're all like renting houses there, and they're gonna like drink and party and whatever. But it never really lives up to that raunchy premise. This was released by Troma, but it's not like a Troma film. They all have very heavy Southern accents. One of these college doofuses even has a Confederate flag in his dorm room, which isn't that great.
So did my college dorm mate.
There's one lone drunk guy who is part of this caravan, but he's on his own motorcycle, and he's constantly just being followed by the cops. There's all the guys look like they're like 45 years old, and all the girls are very like Peggy Sue, like cute little like 60s bobs and everything. There is mention of the Spanish Fly, which I think was also mentioned in another one of my Raunches. It's supposed to make girls really horny, and you get it in like Mexico or something. They keep singing the song Under the Boardwalk. It comes up like 5 or 6 times. There's also a scene where
like a cappella?
Yeah, a couple times, and then it plays also. And gosh, I don't even know. It's just these guys. It's just these group of guys and this group of girls, and they drink and they party. We don't see any sex. We don't see any boobs. It's honestly, it was a real slog, and it was really hard to get through, and it was definitely one of the more forgettable Raunches. But I'm saving like one little bit for my final argument, and that is honestly, it's truly all I have here. So Ocean Drive Weekend.
3, 2, 1, go.
All right, I've got 1983's romantic comedy. I got 2 things wrong with this title. Okay, Dudley Moore plays a famous playwright, and he's got a little bit of writer's block because his previous writing partner gave him the ankle, and it's his wedding day. And his agent, the wonderful Frances Sternhagen, for a wedding gift, has gotten him a new writing partner. Everybody thinks it's going to be a dude named P.J. Craddock, but it's actually not P.J. Craddock, it's Phoebe Craddock, a wannabe writer from up north who's coming in on the train to meet Dudley Moore on his wedding day,
Not
played
a
by
woman.
Mary Steenburgen. And, you know, they have a weird meet-cute that's kind of embarrassing for both parties, but cut to a few years later, and they have actually developed a fruitful writing partnership. And we follow that working relationship through the years. Sometimes they write hit plays, sometimes they write flop plays. Dudley Moore's marriage is tenuous the entire time, mostly because apparently, like allegedly according to the movie, Mary Steenburgen and Dudley Moore have this like physical attraction to each other, this unrequited love that they cannot express. Eventually, they do spend the night together, and it turns out that Dudley Moore is sexually inadequate. This seems to be the reigning problem between their relationship. They try multiple times to get it together. They come together, they break up, they come together, they break up, mostly because Dudley Moore can't fuck, which I thought was pretty interesting in a 1983 movie. Eventually, their working relationship fractures because Mary Steenburgen gets married to a delightful Ron Liebman, who I'm always happy to see.
Ron Liebman!
Tickle your ass with a feather?
What?
Ron Liebman, the greatest. He eventually gets cucked by Dudley Moore yet again towards the end of the movie, when they decide finally to try to make it work. And in the closing moments of the movie, they decide they're going to try to have a relationship even though Dudley Moore can't fuck her properly. The end. Very strange movie. Romantic comedy.
Oh, no. Well, you know, sometimes your champions, your new players, your new people that arrive in court aren't as good as you want them to be.
No.
But management has to fight for them anyways because that's their job.
It's true.
It's true. And so let's move into closing arguments.
Yeah, what do you got?
Ocean Drive Weekend. Imagine, if you will, listening to several different moments of Under the Boardwalk being played or sung by different people. And then also a scene where two men who are supposed to be 21 but look clearly 45 tell these women that they can chug. Have you ever seen someone chug a bottle of tequila in 60 seconds? And a woman goes, "Wouldn't you die?" And the man goes, "Not always."
Pretty good.
So, Ocean Drive Weekend. Give it a vote. Toss me a bone over here.
Wow, the beg.
So my closing argument for this is that Dudley Moore is kind of basically just rehashing the Arthur shtick here. He's an alcoholic. He rides around in a Bentley. He's shitty to everybody. The only major difference is in this, he's supposed to be like this genius comedic playwright, but literally everything he says is not funny. So, you know, take what you will from that.
That's your argument. All right, we want to see you show up in the comments below. Vote for Ocean Drive Weekend or romantic comedy, a raunch or a rom. As bad as these are, they deserve your attention right now.
You know, even bad fighters need a shot at the title.
Exactly. It's about equity here, you know?
Yeah.
Anyways, that was Raunch versus
Rom.
All right, so my pick for this episode is a movie called Wild Diamond. From 2024, directed by Agatha Riedinger. And it's a French movie. She's in her underwear on the back, that's why Matt made that face. It's a French slice of life, kind of coming of age movie that gives kind of a Florida Project, Andrea Arnold vibe. And it stars Maloney Kabizi as Leanne, and she's a 19-year-old, and she's living at home with her mom and her younger sister, and she is obsessed with like celebrity culture and influencer culture, and she's just like constantly scrolling her phone. She loves reality TV, and she hates her small fucking town and all her friends, and she just wants to be hot.
Dans la vie, il y a que les beaux qui réussissent. Bah pardon, mais si t'es beau, on t'admire. Si on t'admire, tu es puissant. Si tu es puissant, on te paye cher pour t'avoir.
You know, how a lot of girls out there feel. She is stealing, she has a waitress job, but she also goes into like department stores and like does little scams and steals a bunch of things and hides a bunch of money under her mattress. With her waitress money and her stealing money, she got herself a new pair of boobs.
Stealing money. I love that.
Good for her.
I'm stealing that phrase.
She reads about a casting call for her favorite reality show called Miracle Island, and she's like, this is my fucking chance. And she goes and she has the audition and she kind of flops it.
T'as refait des choses aussi naturelles?
Les seins l'année dernière.
Pas les dents?
Non.
The lady who's giving her the audition is kind of like, you know, you have something special and we'll be in touch. And so this movie takes place over the like month or two that she is waiting for this callback from this reality TV show. There's not like a big plot to this. It's just like her going about her daily life, not enjoying her kind of low-class existence that she has, going out and partying with her friends, blowing all her stealing money and her waitress money on one expensive dress to wear to the club. She meets this guy in her neighborhood who wants to settle down. He's like a carpenter and he's like building this house in the neighborhood that he wants to like grow old in, and they like fucking it or whatever, and like
or whatever.
As she waits and waits and waits for the callback, and she tries to get her follower count up on her social medias, and she's watching her reality television and everything, and there's all this mother-daughter tension between her and her mom, and her younger sister is like trying to be just like her, putting on fake eyelashes, and like there's a very cute scene where she's teaching her younger sister and her friend how to sexy dance in the backyard.
D'abord, faut cambrer pour faire comme une vague. Et le menton toujours en l'air parce qu'on regarde toujours de haut. Ok? Vous vous rappelez de la Corée? Allez Kenza, tu sors bien le popotin.
You know, it's just, it's a girl's girl movie, you know? All about class aspirations and celeb worship and toxic self-obsession and all those fun things that are interesting to look at in an age when you're already surrounded by it. And it's visually pretty stylish and cool. So, Wild Diamond, Agatha Riedinger, check it out.
I came prepared to talk about a movie that I deeply love, and it turns out that it has no physical media release, which I think is stupid. It was going to be the documentary Fire of Love, and if you haven't seen that, you should really fucking watch that movie because it's amazing. It's probably one of the best movies of the decade, in my opinion. Anyway, it just so happens that I did watch another movie this week that I really enjoy. It's not the most obscure thing, but it is really good. And it is Guy Ritchie's movie of the 60s TV show, The Man from U.N.C.L.E. The movie is sick. I'm not the world's biggest Guy Ritchie fan. I'm not going to sit here and advocate for this guy because, I think the quality varies over the years. But he's been around for a long time. And his highest sort of, like his best quality is that he is an advertiser, like a great visual stylist. You know, he makes compelling images. And this is probably the best example of how he can make something that's on its face kind of silly into something like genuinely sexy and exciting. So if you're not familiar with the 60s TV show, The Man from U.N.C.L.E., it was a television show that came on at the height of the Bond craze in the 60s, and it's about an American spy named Napoleon Solo and his Russian counterpart, Ilya Kuryakin, and they are put together in an organization called U.N.C.L.E, U-N-C-L-E. I forget what it stands for right now.
And we are now in U.N.C.L.E headquarters. That's the United Network Command for Law and Enforcement.
This is kind of like an origin story of those two characters. The American spy is played by Henry Cavill.
He's trying to stop the car.
And the Russian spy is played by Armie Hammer. Sorry about Armie Hammer being in this movie, everybody. I know he's canceled, but this is before that happened.
We're struggling here. Why don't you take a shot at him?
Somehow, it just doesn't seem like the right thing to do.
They are charged with finding the daughter of a missing scientist, played by Alicia Vikander, at the height of her popularity.
I don't have a father.
I don't mean your late foster father, the mechanic. I mean your real father, Dr. Udo Teller, Hitler's favorite rocket scientist.
And then they run afoul of an Italian industrialist played by Elizabeth Debicki, whose name is Victoria Vinciguerra.
All our information indicates a lethal combination of beauty, brains, and ambition. she's the real fanatic.
In any case, the details of the plot are not really what's important. What's important is the charisma between the three leads, which is really, the chemistry is just so good. And the style is outstanding. We have taken the sort of 60s spy chic into a whole other level. Not just the clothes and the furniture, but the music and the set of references cinematically that are influencing this. Like, Danger Diabolic is all over this movie, of all things. Just an incredible soundtrack. And, you know, just the gorgeous set design. It's all vibes. It's all vibes. The action is pretty good. The script is whatever it is. But whenever I watch this movie, and I've seen it like, I don't know, 10 times, I am always kind of caught up in just the sheer wave of sexy chemistry, the vibes, the music, the sounds, the sights. It's just fantastic. I can't get enough of it. Arrow put out this amazing 4K last year, and it's just so good. It's so good.
I've never seen it. Maybe I'll have to watch it.
And it has a banger Nina Simone needle drop over the end credits too.
Love that.
It's just really good. So if you haven't seen this, if you're like not watching this movie because it intrinsically seems dumb to you, why would you watch, you know, another TV show, another piece of IP that gets regurgitated?
Will I like it if I don't especially love Bond movies?
It really doesn't resemble Bond movies hardly at all. And if it does, it resembles the vintage ones.
Okay.
But only in sort of the visual aesthetic.
Okay, cool. Because sometimes I think Bond movies are snoro-boro.
This is not that kind of thing at all. I think that you will actually like this.
Okay, cool.
And also, you don't need to know anything about Man From U.N.C.L.E. at all. That doesn't matter at all.
Sounds good to me.
So yeah, check this out. I think this is, honest to God, Guy Ritchie's best movie.
You're all alone, and nobody calls you on the phone.
That's episode 127 out the door.
127 hours.
Not to be confused with the very great sitcom 227, starring Jack Kay.
Not to be confused with that, so don't get it twisted. Thanks for watching our episode. Vote for Raunch versus Rom below. I know it's a tough one, but we depend on you guys. Smash that subscribe and like button. Follow us on all the social medias. We have them linked in our little description thing there.
Send us mail.
Send us mail, 5030 Roosevelt Way, Northeast Seattle, Washington, 98105, or viva@scarecrow.com. See, I forgot because you guys haven't been sending us very much mail, so I just forgot the email address.
We're stockpiling mail for a later mailbag.
Yeah, so if you sent one before, and you're like, oh, you haven't read ours.
We will
need other
read
people to come on into the store, rent some movies if you're in the area. If you're not, that's fine too. We rent by mail everywhere in the United States of America. So you have no excuse not to be involved in the beautiful community that is Scarecrow Video. And we will see you next time.
Bye-bye.
See ya.
How did you find Alexander Medjugorje?
I think he's an athletic, good-looking gazillionaire who's offered me a job and made advances towards me.
Still a Nazi.